Hi, welcome to Camp Happy Meal. I'm so glad you decided to join me today. Today we're going to make a card, but I want to talk to you about something first. So I've done a lot of techniques on my video since I started this back in March, I believe it was. Yeah, techniques. And I've created a ton of backgrounds. A ton. This, when I say a ton, and more, and more. I probably have enough here that I wouldn't need to use pattern paper for at least a year or two. But you know that's not going to happen. So anyways, what I wanted to talk to you about today is I'm going to start doing some videos showing how to just make simple cards from some of the backgrounds that you've created. You know, everything from gel press and trying out ink pads and more gel press and baby wipes and watercolor and ink smooshing and embossing and stenciling and shaving cream. Yes, shaving cream. And brush-o powders and mica powders and pastes and just all kinds of techniques. So I want to start to use some of these. And to do that, some of these I'm going to link them back to the videos where I did the technique. So some of these I have the videos for them, but you haven't seen them yet because I need to make the cards out of what I've created with them. And other ones, I might have the footage for them. I might not, but I know we all have loads of backgrounds in our stash. So I really want to start using some of these. And so there's going to be some videos where I'm going to show you how to make easy cards using your background videos. And that's what today is going to be. So a few weeks ago, I was moving some things around in my studio. And I used to have all of my my already colored critters in a binder that you could actually flip through and then pick out what ones you wanted. And I picked this binder up off my shelf and I promptly dropped it to the floor by accident. And as luck would have it, it dumped upside down. And 3/4 of the critters that I had in that binder fell out. I had an animal catastrophe all over my floor. I haven't taken the time to sort all this back out yet to put back in that binder. But I thought, while it's in this state, why not just go through and use some of this? These are ones that I've obviously pre-colored, pre-die cut. They're just waiting to be put on a card. So the cards that I'm going to make using some of the pre-made backgrounds, some of them are going to use already colored images because honestly, the more of these that I can use up, the less time I have to spend sorting them out and putting them back in the binder. Ulterior motives. So, I have picked some out today for today's card, and I've also picked out the pieces that we're going to use off of some watercolor backgrounds, and we're just going to make a quick, easy card. This is going to be a birthday card because I need a belated birthday card, unfortunately. And that's okay, you know, life happens sometimes, and I don't think people mind getting a belated birthday card. It would be better if it would have been on time. I totally get that, but we're just going to call it extending the celebration because sometimes stuff just happens and it's all going to be okay. So this is what we got. And yes, of course, I kitted this because I tend to do that a lot. And it's nice to just be able to pull one out that's already kitted. And here's all the pieces, lots of pieces. And I have a note in here telling me that this is Jess Crafts number 7. Jess Crafts. Jess is a YouTuber and she makes card sketches. You've heard me, if you watched any of my videos, you've heard me talk about her many times. She creates some really fabulous card sketches. I'm a firm believer in card sketches. Give me a card sketch any day over having to design something on my own, any day. But anyway, so she has a bunch of templates, and she has them that you can download them. If you want the full set all at once instead of individual downloads, you can get them from her Etsy store. I did purchase the full set from her Etsy store. They're very, very reasonable. But I have others that I've downloaded just separately. So these are the pieces I'm going to use, and I'm going to pull out my sketches binder, which is actually still in one piece, actually 2 binders. And we're going to figure out how all this is supposed to go together, and we're going to make a card. So this is our base. And this is probably going to be pretty standard for these kind of videos where I'm using pre-colored images and background pieces. I'm probably going to kit them just because they're so quick and easy. You've seen me die cut before. You've seen me cut pieces. I don't need to show you how to use a trimmer or the die cut machine. There will be videos where I still use those things, but I don't think you need to watch me die cutting a bunch of pieces every single time or Copic coloring every single time. If you're interested in Copic coloring videos, let me know. And I'd be happy to do a couple more of them. I did some earlier when I first started. They didn't go as well. The views on them weren't as good. And disclaimer, I'm not in this for the views. But I want to make sure I'm putting out things that people actually want to take the time to watch. And the alcohol marker coloring just didn't seem to be that popular. And maybe it's because I was using Copics. And I know a lot of people don't have Copic markers, so maybe that's what the issue was with those. But I've tried to stay away from actually showing the coloring because, again, I don't want to waste your time. So if this kind of card also is not for you, I'm not going to be offended if you step away. Not a big deal. I pretty much, I make what I want to make and make what I need to make. I'm not on any design teams or anything like that, at least not right now. So right now, basically, whenever I make cards, it's because I want to. And I'm making things that I either want to make or that I need to make. And this is one of those. But again, if you're interested in Copic marker coloring, that's the alcohol markers that I have. I do have a small set of Ohu markers. I think that's how you say it. I don't have them at this studio with me because I couldn't figure them out. So they're at my other studio, which I might be able to get my hands on those. But for now, I have Copic markers. I'm happy to do Copic marker videos. But like I said, I just want to make sure that my videos are what you want to watch, because it's pointless for me to create stuff and video stuff if you don't have an interest. So, because I mean, I'll do this on my own for my own fun. So anyways, off of that soapbox. So let's pull out the binder and figure out which number 7 this is, because there are 2 sets of sketches that she does. The first set is these ones that make a single card. 3, 6, 7. Okay, so this is number 7. Longer strip, shorter strip. I didn't do the background piece, so let me see if it's the other number 7. It might be this one. I might have modified it. These ones that she has designed are for using a piece of 6x6 paper and getting multiple cards. But I've often taken these and have created just single cards with them. You don't always have to do a 6x6. 3, 5, 7. Okay, so it might have been a modified 7, knowing that I was going to add a birthday sentiment onto it. So let's go with this one. Okay, so the differences between hers and mine are going to be that the size of this centerpiece is going to be different. The size of this strip is going to be different. These were scraps that I had, and I thought I could pull them together well enough with the colors in this and then the colors in my elements. And then this is probably what I was going to use for the sentiment, and I'll have to see if I have a small happy birthday that we can stamp on this. If not, I might just throw one of these on it. So let's go ahead and move this. and get to assembling. So the glue that I'm using is this PVA Books by Hand glue. This is for bookbinding for paper products. This was recommended to me by my friend Julia. I'll link this in the description below. It's from Amazon. I've been testing this out for a couple of videos now, and it's actually serving me quite well. I normally use Bearly Arts glue or Art Glitter glue, but I was looking for an alternative. Where I am right now, I can't get the Art Glitter glue shipped to me because it's coming into wintertime and they don't ship that in the wintertime to the Northeast. And my Art Glitter glue, and my Bearly Arts glue, sorry, my Bearly Arts glue is in my other studio in Georgia. So, I needed to find something different to use, and so I took Julia's recommendation and I got the Books by Hand glue, the PVA glue. It's a great glue, and this is what we're going to use today. So let's just go ahead and assemble our pieces. And so this is watercolor. This was from another project that I did. Who knows when. I know this was done back before I was making videos. And these were the scrap pieces that were left over after I finished what I was doing with that project. And rather than throwing these away, I threw them in my stash, where everything goes. And I thought, you know, let's pull these together. Maybe I can get a cute little birthday card out of these. I've been doing this all day long. I've been making cards since this morning. And constantly going off the edges and getting glue on my fingers. You know, if it's not ink, it's glue. I'm just messy. Now, I did pre-cut all of my pieces just to make this go a little bit faster. Because like I said, I mean, you know how to cut paper. You know how to die cut. There's no dies used in this except for on these little elements here. And I'm not sure how we're going to put these on this sketch. So we'll have to figure that out. The paper, the watercolor paper that I used is Canson. It's Canson watercolor paper. It's 140 pound. It's quite thick. I get it from dickblick.com, and I'll put a link to it. I buy it in bulk. It comes in like a big box, big heavy box of 250 sheets. And I buy it in bulk for the simple purpose of that enables me to just pull it out and use it willy-nilly as I'd like, and not worry about messing it up and running out quickly like you would with like a regular pad. So I buy it in bulk. It is a little bit pricey to buy it in bulk, but 250 sheets of 9x12 paper goes a very, very long way. So that's what I use. And I know it's all in my head that if I buy the bigger bulk pack of it, then I don't have to worry about wasting it, which, if you're familiar with me and my videos, very little in my studio goes to waste. So, you know, case in point. So I know I'm going to get my money's worth out of, you know, that 250 pack of watercolor paper. Now, if you're not one that does a lot with water, and that paper is crooked, that does a lot with watercolor paper, don't mind me, I'm just rambling, then maybe that pack wouldn't be for you. But you could get a smaller pack if you wanted to experiment. Okay, and before I assemble this, I need to see if I have a tiny little happy birthday stamp that can go on there. All right, I've got some options here. Quick scan through some of my stamps, and I think all of these are going to be too big. These are Jaded Blossom. There is all kinds of sizes on here. Oh, maybe that little happy birthday will work. Most of these are going to be too big, but okay, the little happy birthday is a possibility on this one. Those are definitely too big. This is a waffle size, a waffle flower set. Maybe we can pull something out of this. I don't see any happy birthdays in here, so to say, but there is one that says, "It's your birthday. Hope this makes you smile." You know, that's another idea. Oh, I don't have the die for it though. Okay, so it's your special day. Sending you kind of makes me... Okay, so we could use It's Your Birthday off of this. And this one, I can already tell that it would hang off too much. So let's celebrate. Hopefully they've already celebrated by now. Yeah, let's celebrate would work too, but I think one of the others might be better. And there's some birthday ones. This is pink and Maine. This one is called Fired Up. It's got awesome little dragons on it. Happy Birthday is kind of small. Yeah, okay, so we're going to use one of those two up there. So, do we want to just do Happy Birthday because it is belated, or do we want to do It's Your Birthday? But it's already passed. It's Your Birthday actually kind of fits better. But I'm thinking Happy Birthday, and we can put some embellishments on each side of it. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Process of elimination. Oh, you know what? I do have the die in here. Okay, let me rethink this. So if we lay out the card like this, and put this here, and then the big word here for smile. I wonder if I have another piece of watercolor paper that I can pull. Okay, but then our critters. Okay, so this just got a little bit more complex than what it was going to be. And that's okay. That's so clever that I have the die. I'm so excited. Okay, so now I need to find another little piece of watercolor paper. Although if I stamp it, but it's got the die and the shadow. So I could die cut the smile in like gold paper. And then put another pastel color background on it. So we could do green with the gold. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this stamped, and then we'll do some die cutting. See, these projects just might go off the rails once we start, so it's not going to be as easy as what I thought it was going to be. So now we're just going to ink this up. we are back. I've die cut the pieces. I did 2 of the shadows to give it some dimension, and then I did 3 of the word smile. And I did the shadows, or the extra layer for the smile, in green so that it blends in with this. So I'm going to go ahead and glue all these together, and then we will get our card assembled. This is the hardest part of sentiments like this for me, is trying to get these lined up. Because although you have some wiggle room with the liquid glue, sometimes it's not enough whenever they are this delicate. So we just do our best with it. Okay, one more layer of this one. One more time. Let's do this one more time. And part of the reason why I did this one with the green behind it is because if my lining of this up is not 100% perfect, it's going to be okay because the shadow is also green. So it won't stand out as much as though it were with a white shadow or a black shadow. So now we'll glue the back side of this. Pretty excited that I discovered I had the die for this. I didn't remember having the die. This is a set. I've had this set for a while and I've used stamps out of it, but I just didn't remember that I had a die for this smile. So that's pretty exciting. And it's clever the way they had it packaged, but it's also, well, I didn't realize it was back there. That's awesome. Okay. And then the little tilde things. It's not a tilde. It's a, what is that called? A tittle? A tittle? Is that what the little dot for the eye is called? It's a tilde or a tittle? I don't remember. And you know what? Let's put the glue down on here and then plop this down. Just like that. Perfect. Okay, so let's go ahead and start to assemble the rest of this. this up? Or do we want to pop up the smile? I think we'll pop up the smile. And maybe some of the critters. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay. I'm going to pop this up just for a little bit of interest. They come together so easy when you already have all the pieces cut and colored. Let's pop him up because we can. I like it. And let's pop this up. I am going to put quite a number of these on the back of this just to give it some stability, because this is going to go through the mail. I think just like that. Okay, I really like it. Super, super happy with this. Maybe we'll add some Wink of Stella to the critters. Let me find a piece of scrap paper here. This just adds some shimmer to it. Just gives it a little something extra, and I'll hold this up. I don't know if you'll be able to see the shimmer on this, but I like doing this to things that I've colored because it gives them just a little something extra. And I am just using what I squirted out of the pen instead of squeezing this further to get more out of it. Trying not to go over what I stamped, but just kind of around it. Okay, and there we have it. That's our cute little birthday card with some pre-colored images. I will link this set down below, as well as the waffle flower stamps with the big smile on it. But the rest was just scraps that I had from backgrounds from other things that I've made. And we have a cute birthday card. So that's the card for today. So go play. Time for you to go make something. And thank you for being here today. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. As always, thank you.